Hello and welcome to the video. So I've got an extra special video for you guys. This is my 1,200 subscriber special. So what I've done for this video is I have reached out to some of the close friends and people who vibe with this channel. I've reached out to them and asked them the question, which new games do you think will be released on Nintendo Switch 2 in the first 2 years? So I hope you like this video, as this video is about to be taken over by different YouTubers from across this platform who are into this kind of same stuff and make similar videos to me. So if you like this video, just check out their channels, give them subscribes, give them likes, comment on their videos, and just let them know that I sent you. This is an opportunity for this community to grow and for their communities to grow. So thank you very much, everyone who's taken part. So here we go. Here is the first YouTuber who is taking over the channel. Hope you enjoy it. Let's do it.
What's up, dudes? My name is Ghostlink, and thank you so much, Sam, for having me on today's video. It's truly an honor. The game that I personally would love to see come to the Switch 2 is going to be Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess is hands down one of my favorite Zelda games of all time, and the fact that we haven't gotten an HD version yet for the Switch is pretty disappointing. But I have very high hopes for the Switch 2. Another game that'd be really cool to see would be Wind Waker as well as Twilight Princess, kind of like a double pack. That'd be so cool. We had Twilight Princess for the GameCube, the Wii, and the Wii U, but the fact that we haven't gotten it for the Switch yet, like I said, is very disappointing. But I have very high hopes for the Switch 2. Alright, so that's my pick on the game that I would love to see come to Nintendo Switch 2. Thank you so much again, Sam, for having me on today's video. It's truly a pleasure. With that being said, hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you later. Happy gaming, and God bless. Peace.
The Switch 2's early years could have anything. Anything is on the table, and that's exciting to think about. Now, the obvious picks would be a new Mario Kart, a new Animal Crossing, and yes, a new generation of Pokemon. But I want to spotlight a company who I haven't seen come up as much in these discussions. PlatinumGames. These guys excel in the action game genre, just like how sometimes they excel at being stupid. I relate. Platinum and Nintendo have shared a pretty good relationship in the past decade. Nintendo provides creative freedom as well as publishing security, and Platinum fills an important gap in Nintendo's exclusive portfolio. So why would they not continue working with Nintendo to deliver what could be both a technical showcase and a surefire hit for the company? But see, games like Bayonetta and Astral Chain have had this frustrating problem. Babylon fell, so a million? That's just not enough. It's frustrating because I really do feel that these titles have the potential to sell more if people simply gave them that chance, because these games are very fun. Unfortunately, something about these games has failed to mesh with the casual audience like Nier or MGR did. Therefore, I don't believe they are cooking up a new Bayonetta or an Astral Chain. In fact, I'm expecting something brand new, something designed around Switch 2's hardware. A fresh, grounded action game IP after the wild successes of action games like God of War and Devil May Cry makes perfect sense. Easing the gimmicks of Bayonetta, the experimentation of Wonderful 101, and instead focusing on fantastic combat wrapped up in a story that would appeal to a wider audience. Of course, it would be super cool to get an Astral Chain 2 or Bayonetta 4 regardless, but I doubt it. What is this mystery game actually gonna be? That's up to you, the player. I mean, I don't know. Close your eyes, visualize something in your head. Well, there you go. Doesn't that look fun? Thanks for entertaining my delusions, Switchboard Samuel.
Hello, guys and gals. It is I, the Monster. Today, we're on a collab. Let's go! Okay, so Switchboard asked the question, what game do I think is coming to the Switch 2 within the first 2 years of the console's life cycle? Believe it or not, I actually think this was a very easy answer. So, I think it's going to be Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think that the idea of finally getting these games on Nintendo consoles would be absolutely crazy. It'll be super hype for Nintendo fans, especially people who've never played it. You get to experience Cloud and company, escaping Midgar, fighting Sephiroth, and I just feel like that would be such an incredible game to drop on the Switch 2. Also want to add that Crisis Core came out on the Nintendo Switch a couple years ago. I know this is not a Switch copy. And maybe, just maybe, we could get to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and beyond. So yeah, that's what I think. Thank you so much, Sam, for letting me be on this collab. Shout out to all the cool YouTubers on here. And if you want to check out my stuff, check me out at the Monster Reviews. Thank you very much. Peace!
Hello, Surgeman X here, and big thank you to Switchboard, who has brought a question to me. What Switch game do I see coming out within the first 2 years of its release? Well, if you can't tell by the gameplay, I'm definitely going with the next installment of the Mario Kart franchise. It's been 10 years since the release of the original Mario Kart 8. Obviously, we got updates with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and the most recent Booster Pass courses, but nothing has really pushed the franchise forward. So that's why I think the next Mario Kart is definitely imminent in the near future, as it's been such a long time since we had a new Mario Kart game. Obviously, the next Mario Kart game will bring new elements to the table, such as new characters, new items, more over-the-top courses, and definitely new gameplay gimmicks. Now, obviously, we've had things such as underwater driving, hang gliding. Those elements were from Mario Kart 7. Mario Kart 8 introduced the zero-G gravity sections. But what if the next Mario Kart introduces a new element? Instead of gliding, like I just mentioned, what if there's true flight? So you can navigate through the air, avoiding obstacles, going up and down, or the return of Double Dash's team mechanic. I think that could work very well today, especially with all the crazy Mario Kart characters we have. So I think returning to that gameplay element could be pretty cool. Honestly, the possibilities are endless with the next Mario Kart. The only thing I wouldn't expect is the amount of courses we got at the end with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't think we're going to see that again for a very long time. But that's been my thoughts on a Switch game that could possibly come out within the 2 years of its release. Thanks again, Switchboard, for featuring me on this video.
Hey guys, Jay from Cold Nights here, and when my good friend Switchboard Sam asked me what game I thought would be coming out for the Switch 2, I had to go with a new entry in the Pokemon Conquest series. Let's get into it. 12 years ago, Nintendo made a surprising move teaming up with Koei to produce an oft-forgotten gem, Pokemon Conquest. It featured 37 of the historical Samurai Warriors characters, with favorites like Nobunaga, Hanzo Hattori, and Kenshin Usagi. It forgoes both the hack-and-slash and turn-based styles of its parts, and instead presents a tactical battlefield. Pokemon formed bonds with their lords, and could evolve once they hit certain fondness levels or achieved specific goals. As a fan of both series, this game was a blast. IGN even rated it number 12 on their top 25 DS games of all time list. We've seen new entries like Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet. We've seen new Pokemon Ranger games. We've seen new Pokemon Rescue Team games. Numerous updates and additions to Pokemon Go. Pokemon are taking center stage in games like Smash Brothers. I think it's about time we bring Pokemon Conquest back. Whether it's a new game or a remaster, I'd love to experience this unique gameplay once again on the Switch 2. Thanks again for having me on, Sam. I can't wait to hear everyone else's thoughts on the Switch 2.
What's going on, everyone? It's the Mad Belmont of the Super Retro Force here. Thank you so much, Switchboard Sam, for having me on for this video. I appreciate you. So when I think of games that could come out with the new Switch system, the new Nintendo system in the first 2 years, I have one in mind. And I know that this is going to make you think that I'm crazy, which you're not wrong. I actually kind of am. But I think that this is a legit thing. And I'll get into why here in a second. But I think that the game in question is going to be a sequel to Metroid Dread. Metroid 6, I think it's actually happening. And here's why I say that. Mercury Steam developed 2 Metroid games, Samus Returns on the 3DS and Metroid Dread here on the Switch. In 2021, they have been at work on something for the past 3 years, and we don't know. We ain't even got a peep into what they've been doing, but they have to have been doing something for the past 3 years, and I am convinced that it is a new 2D Metroid because they have done so much good for the Metroid franchise as of late that I think Nintendo really trusts Mercury Steam, as they should, to carry this franchise forward. And so I know that it takes a few years to make a well-made and well-polished video game, so by the time that this console comes out, it will have been way more than enough time for Mercury Steam to make a super well-made, well-crafted, and well-polished game, and I think it's going to be a new sequel to Metroid Dread, or at least I hope so anyway. So that is my pick, and once again, thank you, Sam, for having me on for this video. I greatly appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one, my fellow Belmonts.
What's going on, guys? My name's Brad Bash. Special shout out to Switchboard Sam for having me on this epic collab. We're supposed to talk about a game we think will come to the Switch 2 in the first 2 years of its life. Now, my pick may seem like a cop-out, but I had to go with Wind Waker HD Port 2 for the Switch 2. Let's talk about it. Now, I know the Wind Waker HD port remaster / thingamabob might seem like an easy cop-out, but that's because I really think it will be in the first 2 years, because if you think about it, they're going to have a couple heavy hitters come out alongside the console, but they're going to focus a lot on those, which means other things will be pushed back, which means they're going to need other games. And, I mean, people have been asking for the port of the Wii U version of Wind Waker for a while, so porting it to the Switch 2 or whatever it's going to be called seems like a really smart move on Nintendo's part. Less work, easy money. We know Nintendo, they love doing that. Will it be bundled with Twilight Princess? Probably not. Some people seem to think it would be, but again, it's Nintendo. They're going to want their money as much as possible. So I don't know if it'll necessarily come with that, but I simply think Wind Waker, being as iconic as it is, has to make its way over. The fans want it, the fans love it. If you haven't played Wind Waker yet, it's basically Pirate Legend of Zelda. It's super good. If you guys haven't yet, if you have a Wii U or a GameCube, I definitely recommend you go check it out. But if not, hang in there because I feel like it's going to come to the Switch too. So there you have it. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll see another port of the Wind Waker? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know down below. Special shout out again to Switchboard Sam for having me on. Appreciate it, bro. I was super glad to do this. Like always, guys, stay radical.
What's up, guys? It's Paul, aka 90s Handheld Gamer here. And when it comes to predicting a Nintendo game that I think will be on the Nintendo Switch 2 within the first 2 years of its life cycle, I have to go with something that's kind of on the safe side, and that game is a new Donkey Kong game. I think the fact that Nintendo is re-releasing Donkey Kong Country Returns as a full $60 price game is kind of building up to something new, and also just shows that they view Donkey Kong as a big heavy hitter franchise for them that they have a lot of confidence in and they feel will sell well. They're basically putting this on the same level as their bigger games like Mario and Zelda. And I could be wrong about the second part, but what I'm expecting is Nintendo to do something a little bit bigger with Donkey Kong this time and actually make a full 3D Donkey Kong game, a big AAA game with a bit more money behind it than the 2D games. But I could be wrong. They could end up just releasing a new 2D Donkey Kong game, and it could be cross platform with the Nintendo Switch, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So thanks so much for having me on this video, Switchboard Sam, and if you're not already subscribed and you're a big fan of Nintendo Switch content, make sure you subscribe to this channel.
Hello, John Iki Chicken Fillets here, and thank you to Switchboard for having me on to discuss, well, new Nintendo Switch games which will come out on the Switch 2. This is going to be an interesting one because I'm going just purely by my own intuition. Now, if you don't know who I am a JRPG content creator based in Scotland. Now, because of this, my choice is going to be JRPG related. Now, with the Nintendo Switch, the premier Nintendo Switch JRPG series was Xenoblade Chronicles. So you can already see the route we're going down with this one, because we're going to get something Xeno related now. Now, you've already picked out that I've not said Blade, because if you know the Xeno series, well, we've had Xenogears, we've had Xenosaga, and now we've had Xenoblade. So what could be cooking from Monolith Soft? Now, we already know how well Monolith Soft worked with Nintendo, well, being Nintendo owned, but however, moving on swiftly. We know as well that Monolith Soft are working in the background for a new RPG series, a fantasy based, if the rumours are true. And we also know that Xenoblade Chronicles is a trilogy, so this is why it's not going to be a new Xenoblade game, but it's going to be a new Xeno-related series. So we'll still see a lot of the traits which came with the Xenoblade Chronicles series, so likes of the anime-style character models. And I believe, in my mind, that we will get a new sort of combat system to differentiate from the games. So for example, do I think that we'll have the same combat system? I think it might be more action based, because yeah, JRPGs are going down the route of action based games. So yes, we're going to get a Xeno something. Don't think that's going to sell well, but Xeno something. But the real question here is, what Nintendo Switch 2 games do you think will come out? Let myself and Switchboard know in the comments down below. And as I've said before, I'm John, aka Chicken Fillets. Please remember to pop over to my channel and say hello. Anyway, until next time, tate bye.
Hi, I'm Min from the channel Nintendo Gaming here on YouTube, and thank you so much, Sam, for including me in this video. The game that I think will be released on the Nintendo Switch successor within the first 2 years of its launch is a new Animal Crossing title. When Animal Crossing New Horizons launched, I don't think anyone, even Nintendo, knew just how successful it would become. It is now their second best-selling game on the Nintendo Switch console, and it has amassed an incredibly huge fan base of Animal Crossing lovers and a super dedicated and creative community overall. And this was a lot of people's first experience with an Animal Crossing title. This was my first experience with an Animal Crossing title. So with the success of New Horizons, I can't imagine that Nintendo wouldn't want to launch an Animal Crossing title early on in the Switch successor's timeline. I just know that this game would incentivize so many people to buy the new console, so I think it would be in their best interest to release a new Animal Crossing game. Now, I don't know what to expect for the next Animal Crossing game, but I know that being part of the Animal Crossing community, we are waiting for a new game and to see what is next for the franchise, and it has been quite difficult to wait. So I really hope that I'm right about this. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Hi, this is Dom from Video Dojo. My prediction for an early and perhaps unexpected Switch successor release would be an updated version of Game Builder Garage. I'm showing off my promo booklet right now because I only own a digital copy of this game, but I'll also splice in some gameplay footage so you can see it in action. I feel like Game Builder Garage slipped a lot of people by when it released in 2021. In short, it's a game building game, somewhat in the vein of Mario Maker, WarioWare DIY, or Media Molecule's Dreams, where players can create their own simple 3D or 2D games using blocks of code called Nodon, making it very quick and intuitive even if it's your first time building a game. For example, setting up a player character is as simple as attaching a stick and button Nodon for movement and jump, and then you're good to go. Game Builder Garage was a quiet and fairly low budget release from Nintendo, but it's garnered a bit of a cult status since then, with a dedicated community still regularly developing impressive games 3 years after release. The project was overseen by Nintendo EDP, the same team behind the Nintendo Labo games, and it builds on a lot of the core concepts present in the Toy-Con Garage VR mode seen in the VR kit. My prediction is not actually that we'll see a full sequel, but rather, if the rumours of backwards compatibility being a big factor for the Switch successor are true, I predict we'll see a sizable free, next-gen content update for Game Builder Garage instead, bringing new additions and hardware-specific tweaks. A free update would also be a good opportunity to draw new players in and address one of the biggest issues with GBG, the lack of in-game discoverability for user creations. Adding a way to discover the huge existing back catalogue of player-created games would be a massive win. Will it happen? Probably not, but I can dream.
So that is everyone who has collaborated on this video. So I want to say thank you to all you guys. I really do appreciate all the effort you put into this video, and all of you were so swift and happy to join in on this little collaboration, this little project. So thank you so much, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you do go check out their channels. Each one of these guys are awesome creators. I watch all their videos and watch all of their channels. That's the reason why I asked them to make videos for this video. So thank you again, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Go check them out. Go subscribe. Go like all their videos. I really do recommend them. So anyway, let's talk about my pick. So my pick for this question is, I think we will see ARMS 2. I bet you weren't expecting that answer. ARMS is a game that appeared on Nintendo Switch, and yes, okay, it's not like the greatest game in the world. However, this was a bit of a tech demo for the first Nintendo Switch. And to be honest, if you've ever actually played this game is super underrated. It's actually really, really fun. It's a really good multiplayer game that uses motion controls, and it works really well. It's really fun. I enjoy playing it with my friends and family, and yeah, I think this is a really good time. So what I think Nintendo will do is, I think Nintendo will make a second game, and I think the second game will be bigger, it will have more to it, and I think there will be like a story mode, and I think there will be a campaign, less of a tech demo and more of an actual big name release for the Nintendo Switch 2, and especially if the Nintendo Switch 2 has its own little gimmick like the first Switch does. Like, I can imagine that motion controls might be a bigger thing on Nintendo Switch 2, and if they are, ARMS 2 will be perfect for that. So I can see Nintendo trying to capitalize on a new IP, and I think ARMS will be that new IP. The other one I can probably think of is maybe Ring Fit Adventure. If they tried it on the first Switch as one of the relaunch titles, I can see it being on Nintendo Switch 2 as one of the first kind of go-getter games. So yeah, ARMS 2 is my answer. I don't know if you was expecting that. It's a great answer, I think. I hope it's a good answer. But anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching, and if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. I'd love to hear what games you think will be released for the Nintendo Switch 2 in the first 2 years. So please do, in the comments below, make sure you answer that question, and we will talk about it. Check out this video here. This video here talks about Nintendo Switch games I believe will be re-released on Nintendo Switch 2. So do check that video out too if you've liked this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Bye!